I'm gonna start recording again. That's not the screen I want to be recording.
That's
you
my
stopped.
13 gigabytes
Um,
of porn.
Ha
You
ha
stopped
ha ha. I'm
recording.
not you.
Excuse me, if it was me, it would be at least 69 gigabytes of porn.
I mean, that's a strange way of saying having a separate terabyte hard drive.
Um. Anyways, I meant to during the night ask Piscaria because she knows the place, but that will be related to DM questions. So this barrier has existed for 200 years.
Give or take, from what I know.
What
No
happened
DM.
to the people who were trapped in it? Were they trapped in it, or were they all expulsed out?
DM.
Oh, they were trapped in it. From what you know.
What was the general population racial-wise in this neighborhood? More like elves, more like humans? Mostly short-lived or long-lived?
I mean, I imagine by the absence of people, probably short-lived. As I go back to my book.
The question being, is there... Well, even if they were long-lived, 200 years without source of food? Because we're in the town.
DM.
You know they were. It was fairly mixed. It was mostly more elves. You think?
So there is a tiny chance that if anyone survived, there could still be someone out there.
No chance worth investigating.
I also have a
Definitely.
question.
Mhm.
What did you guys eat yesterday?
Rations?
Rations, I presume.
See, you do have rations then. Very good.
Yup.
Just checking.
Well, I'll remove my rations.
Please mark off a ration, friendos. Hopefully this won't become relevant, but you never know.
I could
I think it should be just canon that Toby gets through his rations about 50% faster than the rest of them.
If you willingly
You
want
want
to
to
mark,
I will willingly take that,
Yeah.
that, you know,
if you
Toby-
want, yeah,
Toby's rations last about 2 days less than everybody else's.
if you want to mark off 2 rations, I won't stop you. Toby feast.
That's right. Because for the last 2 days, I'm sure the other members of the party will share.
Yeah, your body.
I actually don't seem to have rations, which makes no sense for my character.
That will be in your kit.
Yeah, if you've got
Oh,
a kit,
okay.
I think you ought to get like a week or 10 days, something like that.
I've got 5 days
Oh,
in the
sorcerer's
wizard's
kit. Yeah. Don't choose. Yeah, 5 days. 5 days. So that's 4 now.
So I guess once everyone's up in the morning, the groups are fucked together. Someone get in the bag of holding.
I mean, I
So-
can if he doesn't want
well.
to.
So Rule should
Toby
probably
has
get
a
in there
name.
as well.
Can Saru get into the bag of holding?
I think so?
Because if
So-
not, we're going to have a problem.
Can.
I mean, we have teleported with Cerule before.
I
Yeah,
guess it depends on whether DM would counter against my creature limit.
I'd say Cyril can get in the bag of holding, I think.
Alright. It will not be for long, Saru.
I don't care who gets in, just needs to be someone. With the rule.
With Toby.
Someone with Cerule.
Toby?
Hello?
He
Do you
wanted to
want
back
to
in
take a trip in the bag of holding?
I'm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll get back in them.
So
Fine,
the fuck
everyone,
is kennel?
so everyone else group up around Pascara. I'm going to try and teleport us, I guess. This is going to hurt.
You can pay my laundry costs.
Oh, that's a big wall of text.
Yup.
It might be better just to get the spell up on D20 PFSRD.
Yeah, it comes with the big spicy table, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's how
Uh,
regular teleport when there are no magical barriers works.
Yeah. I'm trying to teleport somewhere I'm very familiar with because I've done it before.
I'm just gonna roll this here D100.
I just need to get us out.
Uh,
I'm teleporting somewhere I'm very familiar with.
you all take 10 points of damage. 10 points of force damage.
Including people in the bag of holding.
Not including people in the bag of holding. How much HP does a bag of holding? Actually, no, I don't think it would be on objects. No, it would just be on people. Never mind. The people in the bag of holding are safe. The bag of holding is not going to rip.
Well, I'm glad Sorrel got in there. I thought non-lethal damage for some reason. I can't remember from what. Probably when Kai punched her at one time ages ago.
You all take another 9 points.
Ow.
Yeah, this is starting to hurt a tiny bit.
And
Right.
then with a large flash, find yourselves
How much was the last one? Sorry, 8?
9.
9.
9.
Total of 19.
Find ourselves where?
About 3 meters to the right of where you wanted to be.
Okay. So we're in the... I think... Where did I teleport back to before, when we came back from the tower?
Just outside the administrative district?
Then we're 3 meters further to the right in the street than I wanted to be.
People seem mildly annoyed that, you teleported into the middle of the street rather than the sidewalk.
I'm just gonna say, apologies, mishap, and quickly hurry back onto the sidewalk.
You see a wise and old elf just kind of go, younglings. And
I have a
I'm not
look.
saying shit to him, I'm saving my opinions for the Arcadian authorities.
I have a lip curled, turn to.
You would have also felt, all of you, as you were basically teleporting out, it felt like there was something trying to drag you back in.
Well, that wasn't pleasant.
Mm. Yeah, it's not my favourite teleport ever, but we're out.
You guys got some spicy D100 rolls.
Or do you have something to. I sort of like move my hand and rub the blood that's dripping down my nose. Something about this.
I will repair undead you. How much does that do again? Spell. First level. Let me see.
1d plus 5.
1d plus 5.
God, Sarab is such a princess. The slightest bit of damage.
That's 18 plus 5. I'll take it, but.
Oh, that's me. I don't know how to type.
Yes, she is. She doesn't get hit often.
Roll 18 plus 5. Quick maths.
Then there's Biscario and Lavender, who are both on about 30. So I forgot to take 9 off myself. Who are both on about 30
it's
health right now.
It's a first level spell. What
I've
am I
got
gonna
28.
use those on anyway?
So we book it to the authorities to A, turn in the contract, and B, so we can tell them where the hell we were.
Do they really have to know about that part?
They might ask us what we gave in exchange of being teleported by a fae.
Now that we know, let's not discuss it here, let's discuss it inside where not everybody can hear.
Of course.
And so you guys notice you're getting a couple of stares. You're going, seeing, looking a little bit scruffy, or some people sort of looking down their noses. But you do eventually make your way.
Prestidigitation myself clean.
So,
I don't. If I'm going to be dirty in public, it'll be for a reason. I don't give a shit what other people think of me.
once we're away from prying eyes and ears, all we need to say is that we got the wood. Do we really need to...
I would quite like to at least let them know that we found a way in past that barrier. I would like to see an expedition in future. I didn't want to stay there ourselves, especially in the state we're in. I think it's too interesting a discovery to not be shared. Though, they could, in theory, they could force it out of us.
Assuming they know we're hiding something.
I would quite like to tell them. It's too interesting a discovery to avoid, especially realizing that plane travel is a way to get around it. I know more than a few researchers who would love to get their hands on whatever's inside there. And I'm sure you would love to go back when an expedition gets launched.
I'd love to go back just on my own terms and not have to go through all these laws and regulations.
Yes, while you're in Arcadia. If you didn't want laws and regulations, you would go to the Sylvan Republic.
Oh, I've been here many a time before, and I never really did this whole law and regulation thing.
Yes, well, those of us who pay attention to the system don't like it either, but we're stuck with what we have. Let's at least get this contract turned in. I would like to also tell them what happened so an expedition can be prepared.
I'm casting glibness on myself.
You're gonna do the talking?
Maybe. If you'll allow it.
Plus 20. Do.
I've put forward my statement as to why I want to tell them what happened.
We don't have to tell them exactly how we got there.
All
I
right.
mean, we can try the bureaucracy and see if they're willing to offer us money for the information.
Indeed. We've just tackled some fae. I'm still in my, getting into deals mood.
We're gonna head to whoever it was that gave us the contract and at least get that turned in. Let's do that first.
You'd know on the contract it basically said deliver it to this warehouse and then you'd be paid there.
Okay, so how far away is that warehouse?
A couple of miles.
I won't have cast glibness on myself then.
A couple of miles. How long is that to walk?
About an hour? Approx.
I'd say with the roads and whatnot, it'd be like 30-minute walk.
I guess we can walk 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. It's not the end of the world.
It
I
is
don't
a
have
nice
any
day
long-lasting
after
fly
all.
spells.
Is it a nice day, DM?
It's a bit overcast. There's a couple of clouds, but it's not raining. It's not bad, but not good.
It's a decent day. We can walk.
Better than some we've had in Arcadia lately, but let's get going. Let's get paid. Let's get paid so we can get some rest, put our feet up. I'm still hurting because of that halberd.
Alright.
Now I guess we walk.
I'll let Toby know that he can get out of the back if he wants.
Okay, so he's going to hop out then.
Toby is greeted by a sight of a quite overcast day. You can see the roads are nice, paved cobblestone, trying to give a nice rustic feel, but it still seems almost quite posh. Walk takes about 30 minutes until you eventually arrive at a fairly large sort of stone-looking building. It's looks more like a large warehouse, but it still seems to fit in with the general decor of all the Arcadian bureaucratic buildings.
Witness will go on, but just before we go around the corner.
Okay. I mean, I just want to turn the contract in and get our money.
It's a precaution.
Making your way, you can see there seem to be a couple of mages stood on guard duty, though when they see Lavender carrying all of the wood, they just wave you on in.
I love how nobody bats an eyelash at one person carrying all that.
You're in Arcadia, the land of magic. Oh, they're probably surprised we've got a person carrying it at all, rather than just magic.
They seemed mildly amused at the fact that someone was doing manual labour.
Dicks.
Alright. And then, do we see anyone who seems like a contact?
You do see, as you make your way to the warehouse described in the contract, you do see someone standing out front looking mildly impatient.
I walk up, give a greeting and a courtesy.
Greetings. I see you're here with the wood, finally.
Indeed we are. How long was it that it had taken? The time has escaped me.
5 days?
Lied.
It's only 5 days at least. We still have another 300. I said under my breath anyway.
You lied to us.
Do forgive us. You must know that time works a little funny in the Feywild. But we bring all of the wood as agreed.
Indeed. If you set it down in this warehouse, then we can sort this out. Sort out your payment, at least.
Question out of character. Do we know that Gorthon hoarded a bunch more? And was Gorthon hoarding them to try and sell them to this guy or not?
Cawthon wants to sell them for personal gain. If you'll take it and pay me for them, then yes.
So you're alright with me mentioning it to this guy if he will buy them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. We, understand that this wasn't in the contract, but should we go back and retrieve some more? Will we get additional compensation? Or are you only accepting this quota as a hard cutoff?
At the moment, we're only accepting this quota for this, though potentially some of the other areas, the enchanters or whatnot, might be interested in some more if you go through the proper means of contacting them.
Would you be so kind as to point me in the direction of such methods of contacting them?
Oh yes, you'd be able to contact them at the main central administration building. It's about 30 minutes that way.
Basically where we just came from.
Yeah, where you just came from.
Thank you very much. I very much appreciate. So, our payment in total?
Indeed, the contract is for 50,000.
Someone double check that because I can't remember.
I believe it is for 50,000.
Yeah, 50,000. Which I believe works out to about 8,000 each.
8,333. And then 3 silver and 3 copper. And I think someone else gets a single copper more.
Did we not just tally it? Oh no, that was a different game.
He produces 5 bags of 1,000 platinum coins. And gives 1 to each of you.
8333, right?
There's 6 of us, yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 of us.
We'll get it sorted once we hit the bank.
Yeah, we can find a bank to exchange it.
Also, just to correct some logic, Jamie, whenever you said he lied, he said the area you were in didn't have time dilation.
Yeah, we travelled some, like around the Dryads area.
You travelled a fair amount. You travelled like
Fair.
a day's worth of travel.
Fair. Yeah, because Faye can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Faye cannot lie.
Also, actually, the date that we got noted down, was that the date that we thought it was, or the date that it actually was? Because now we know that 5 days have passed. So that yesterday is the actual day. Is that the day that we have noted down?
In what context, sorry?
The guy when you have 1 year to kill.
That would have been... the day you had noted down for that was you had to do it by the 8th of Elysius.
Okay, so it was the actual day. Because if we were thinking, oh, well, it should be this day, but actually 5 days had passed. So we were 4 days behind in our mental note.
Yes.
So do I need to change 8th of Elysius to 12th of Elysius?
Yes.
Right. 12th of Elysius, noted down. It means we did not lose any time at all. Right, I suppose we head to that administration then. Since someone wants to report this.
Yes. Is there a bank along the way, or we have to get somewhere else to get to the bank to split the currency?
The Arcadian National Bank is about 15 minutes to the west. Which is not the way you want to be going. You want to be going south.
I'm on a time limit. I'd rather get this out of the way first, and then we'll go banking, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
That is fine.
You said it was 8,333 gold, 333 silver, 333 copper, right?
3 silver, 3 copper, not 333.
Sorry, I was...
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
I know what you mean. I just work in I work with every coin is a denomination of 10, not a denomination of 100.
So, just check, 8,333 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, I'm being lazy.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be doing something very similar.
Using Roll20's roll command to do the math for you.
Yep. So we head over to the administration. The people that I would know to tell about the fact that the magic barrier has been penetrated. Oh, that phrasing was deliberate.
Anyway, you head over to Central Administration. You head over to the Bureau of Interdimensional Affairs.
Okay.
Well, there's the question. Do you want to go? to the Bureau of Teleportation, Safety and Hazards, or do you want to go to the Bureau of Interdimensional Affairs?
Which one would I know would be better to tell?
I mean,
Because I don't care that we got hurt on the way out. That I knew was going to happen.
if you want to tell them about the fact that you can plane shift in, you'd go to the fact of you'd go to the Interdimensional Affairs because it's plane shift. If you want to tell them that the barrier's been breached, that barrier is, a hazard, and you want to go to the Bureau of Teleportation Safety.
I would rather tell the interdimensional ones how to get in. I don't need to necessarily tell them how to get out. Because if they can plane shift in, I'm going to presume they can plane shift out. With the condition that if we tell them that, Sarab gets a no strings attached offer to go with them. Or we all get a no strings attached offer to go with them.
Fair.
Like, my thing would be, look, we have information on that barrier and how to get in. Here's the condition. You launch an expedition, we're all given a no strings attached offer to join you. No restrictions, no limits, no you can't do this, no you can't do that, no strings attached. And we'll give the information of how to get in. They can write it up if they want. The poor bureaucrat that's going to have to do that paperwork. Is that acceptable to you, Umbra?
The main problem is they can't lie. These ones can.
They can write it up in a magical contract here in Arcadia.
Hmm.
We have the information. They can write a contract. We name our price. Write the contract, we give the information over. You're in Arcadia. Magical contracts are similar to Fae.
How long do these expeditions usually last?
Varies on the expedition, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. It's... You know how to get out. It depends on the expedition. But no strings attached offer. You get told, hey, we're going in, do you want to join us? Here's what we'll be doing. You have the information as to whether you join or not.
We'll see. I might actually prefer coin over this case. But I'll see how it goes and how the wind takes me. Is there
We can
anything...
ask for coin. I would like a chance to join them if they do launch an expedition, is the main thing.
Is there any other demands that everyone would like?
More coin is always nice. Like, I didn't think that needed to be said.
I imagine Toby would much prefer coin, right?
I mean, I'll admit,
I
I'm
personally
curious
would prefer
about that
multiple
place. I
coins.
wouldn't mind being able to go with.
So, coin and an invitation to join them when they launch an expedition.
Okay.
I'm not so fussed if we can't get coin, but I want that ability to join them written in writing, no strings attached.
I shall try. Show me
If
the
they don't
way.
want to know how to get in, they don't want to know how to get in. Not our problem.
And with you guys entering the Bureau of Dimensional Transport, that is where we're going to call it.
Ta.
Every time you say Ta, it makes me think of Mod Nina or whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, God.
Because some people have work. I have a 9 a.m. lecture on genetic algorithms and neural networks.
Minton,
Yeah?
can next week be downtime the session and we'll pick up whatever happens with the Bureau once people the week after that?
Yeah, so basically, from what I've gathered, people aren't going to be here next week. So effectively, next week isn't going to be on.
Well, I want to do some crafting next week.
Yeah, effectively, next week isn't going to be on. Tell me what you want to do in the downtime. And we can effectively...
Heal myself.
Yeah, just
Yay.
Is anyone opposed to 20 days of downtime? That's how much I would like.
How many days are in a year, Minton?
12 times 28. Uh, 336. 336 divided by 20. You're wasting a whole 17th of the amount of time you have to kill this guy.
A whole
Oh.
17.
I've wanted
Boy.
20 days from the start. That's a good midpoint for the amount of crafting I want to do. We need a minimum of 10 days for everyone to be fully healed.
How many days will it take us to cross from Arcadia to Scove?
We have teleport rings.
Yeah, they cost.
Minty, can you put us back on the world map?
You're not on the world map. My apologies.
Oh,
Am
I
still
thought
on
I
the
dragged it back on there.
I'm gonna stop the recording for
yeah.
this bit.
If you're insisting that we